The marble sarcophagus featuring the myth of Selene and Endymion. The sarcophagus was found in Ostia in 1825.
In Rome, sarcophagi were a unique art form. They were often decorated with mythological scenes and real scenes from the life of the person who died.
Included in the center are details about the woman in the sarcophagus. The inscription indicates that the sarcophagus is dedicated to Aria, a woman who passed away at the age of 50 years and 10 months. It is indicated that the sarcophagus was dedicated by Aria's daughter, Anenia Hilara. This is a portrait of Aria.
The myth of Selene was written by Lucian, a Greek writer in the early 3rd century AD, during the Antoine to the Severan period.
Selene was the ancient Greek goddess of the moon. She is the daughter of the Titans Dea and Hyperion. Selene and her brother Helios were responsible for moving the sun and the moon across the daily paths. The ancient Greeks believed that Selene drove the moon's white chariot across the night sky. Selene is often described as a beautiful goddess with long flowing hair, and she wears a crown with a crescent moon. Endymion was a handsome young shepherd who lived in Mount Latmus in Caria with his flock of sheep and goats. He is often found sleeping and herding the cattle, and he was granted peaceful and everlasting youth by Zeus after Selene fell in love with him. He never ages and his beauty is preserved. Selene is pictured surrounded by sleeping-inducing poppies and is holding a magic potion.
The myth is about a mortal Endymion who was loved by a goddess Selene and was granted immortality. Therefore, the scene with Selene and Endymion was commonly used on sarcophagi and other funeral art, as it represented hope for a happy afterlife.
Helios is the god of the sun and a brother of Selene. Similar to Selene, he is responsible for moving the sun across the sky every morning. A rising Helios appears on the left side of the sarcophagus.
The marble sarcophagus features herdsmen and animals such as grazing bulls and horses in the back. Animals were often used to decorate sarcophagi, as they were depicted as guardians of death. The bucolic scene alludes to the continuous cycle of nature and life after death.
On our trip to the Met, we found another sarcophagus that depicted the myth of Endymion, which also dates back to the Antoine period. When comparing the relief techniques of both works, the relief on this mid-2nd century AD work is shallow, while the sarcophagus for Aria has deep carvings with strong light and dark effects, which are believed to be created by a running drill. Both works use the myth of Selene and Endymion to depict the same popular funerary motif in Roman art.
Next time you're at the Met, stop by the Roman and Greek art exhibit to find and learn more about the sarcophagus.